So this is the oldest Jewish synagogue in the British Commonwealth. You see that it was built in 1760, although it has been, that was when it was renovated. It was founded long before that, but the Portuguese destroyed it and dispersed the Jews. And then the Dutch came and they were a bit more lenient. And then the British came and they just let them get on with it. But most of the Jews have gone to Israel. There's no photography in here either, so this will be all you'll see of it. And we're all sneaking away down this thing called the Ethnic Passage. Obviously a shopping mall of some description, a little tiny place in the Jewish quarter of Cochin.
6 to 7 months.
On one of these streets here, you've seen these new aircraft carriers being built. Maybe this one.
They also explain you the meaning of different expressions.
So this is what we've come to see this afternoon. There's dances with Prince Charles and Camilla. The Duchess of Cornwall had been to see in November 2013.
And the movements of fish.
This thing's gone for about 12 hours in the temple. Start about 8 o'clock at night, 8 till 9, and then gone till 6 o'clock in the morning. Thousands of people go and watch it. It's all in the facial expressions and the body movements. There's no vocal in it at all. Nobody speaks. So you have to watch the facial expressions and the body movement to get the gist of it. And I haven't got the gist of it yet. The story very basically is that the person on the left was a prince, and the one on the right, as you look at it, is a princess. The princess fancies him like mad, but he doesn't give a stuff. He keeps chasing her away, but eventually she persuades him. That's basically what it's all about, and it goes on for hours. Well, we've come to the so-called Dutch palace, built in 1555 by the Portuguese. Portuguese were booted out by the Dutch, and this palace got damaged by cannon fire. And so the Dutch did it up, and that's why it's called a Dutch palace, although strictly speaking it isn't Dutch at all. But it's like most of these things, make up your own story, I suppose. The palace was built by the Portuguese to give to the kings, Rajas. It's quite interesting inside. You're not allowed to photographs inside. They're very, very strict about it. And but I would think probably half an hour would be all that you would want to spend. Half an hour would be all you'd want to spend here, unless you were particularly interested in the history of Cochin and its royal family. That would be sufficient. All these delightful Indian kids are all going for a visit. All immaculate, all the girls with their white ribbons. Everybody in school uniform, well behaved. We're here at the Cruz Cathedral Basilica, which is the sort of largest diocese Catholic church in the area. And there was a much earlier building on the site, but it was demolished or destroyed, and in 1902 the British rebuilt this. And alongside it's a convent, and it's got some very famous paintings by some Italian chap whose name escapes me. So this is the facade of the building, and alongside it is a convent. behind the walls of which seems to be a school. Lots of noisy children in there. This is the interior of the cathedral. Accompanying music. This wooden ceiling, very finely painted by this Italian. It has very nice, simple stained glass. Nothing ornate about it, just casts this rather nice light inside the chair. And this is just one of the paintings done by this famous Italian of Jesus being nailed to the cross. The Italian painter, whose name I can't remember. He died out here. He didn't manage to make it back to Italy. Obviously Mary, and then you get the very ornate, modern Roman Catholic Church with a seated Christ, which is a bit unusual. You don't normally see Christ seated in a church, so he's normally standing up. Little Indian lights around the bottom. Leads up to a painting done by the Italian of the Last Supper. I'm going to pull the weights down. These are the weights, you can see them coming down now. This whole thing, cantilever, is absolutely enormous. A little chant. As the weights come down, there you go, and have a look in the net and see what's there. So this is what they've got, a few little fish, and he just scoops them up in the net, and there they are. What are they? Well, they're quite like a little trout, a little white trout. The whole lot is lowered back into the water. That's an incredible structure. These great big rocks here tied to it. You don't want to get underneath that way coming down. If one of them slips, it will kill it. You've got a long, long way. It's all very quick. It takes no time at all to do. They are the main parts, the main spars are steel. All the way up and down here, they're at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 of them there, all up and down. Impressive. And this is the information about these Chinese fishing nets. You can blow that up and look at it under using the stop button if you want any more information about it. Like most of India, the place is like a tip and stinks of rotten fish, but fascinating to watch. These are the fish they carry, the little crabs and some prawns, some bigger prawns. These funny little things with spots. I don't know what they are. And some slightly bigger fish. But it seems anything more than a couple of inches long will eat. These are much bigger sea fish. Gourami and That looks like a small tuna up there. But, tail spot. Thank you. And red snappers. A fair number. I mean, it's not just things they're catching in these nets. These are brought in from by trawler, by fishing boats. See, some of them are made entirely of wood, like this one. All held together with sort of steel bands. Some of them are made of steel, more up to date. If you look at the main spars here, you can see that there are lots of these things tied together with metal bands. It fits well with the ropes and great big stone weights. The occasional one has a sort of tyre on, probably for fine tuning, just to get the balance absolutely right. But they all have a main pivot made of wood, as you can see there. And you can see on this one as well. And of course behind it you've got the large naval shipyards belonging to India. And everywhere there are opportunist crows and tons of rubbish. If you look up at the top of that thing there, you see everything's just lashed on without any great problems at all. And everywhere they're shouting you to go and in the hope of gaining a few rupees. I suspect the fishing is incidental. I mean, the money is made by tourists, and who can blame them? There's absolutely everything on the shoreline. It's an unbelievable place. Tons of it. You think they'd make some effort to clean it up, but they don't. Well, we are setting off on a boat journey around the harbour in this little boat, and he's just filled it up. It's a twin-engine job. He's busy siphoning the petrol into that fuel tank.
Normally they just sort of the Hulk floated around for a bit.
Yeah.
And there are
The biggest risk on board ship in battle was fire.
Yeah.
12 life jackets. That's 2 each.
So, no, what was it? Laying the burnt ship drowned. Those
Life jackets have a problem.
Died by fire.
It's what you're going to be swimming.
There is a poem which ends up with words.
Can you smell that petrol?
If you're on board a ship,
Yes, I can.
sink, you drown.
Boom.
If you jump overboard, the enemy sharpshooters will shoot you in the water.
Don't you light up when you watch your roots?
Oh yeah, no smoking.
Just like you get a nicotine hit and we'll go whoosh.
But can you make sure your window's open just get there through?
We've just left the jetty and we are on our way. And, this is the man who's driving a boat for us. Fishing boats. They have a very high prow. Must have to go through some big waves somewhere to get out or get in, or a very, very high prow on. We'll see what that one there. You can see just how high the prow is on that boat there, the bow. Container boat. Look at the height of the containers on there, almost up to the top of the funnel. From Mumbai. We're just coming up to some fishing nets. These Chinese fishing nets you can see there. Hey! Dolphin. These are fishing boats and very high proud. These aren't quite as modern as the others. You can see there the fishermen. I don't know, there must be 30 of them. Maybe more. Taken by this boatload of Indian lads. A week out. It's got to run us aground. Actually, they're very well behaved. We haven't seen a bare bum yet. Well, this is the modern Cochin seafront. These are brand new flats. They're very expensive. They have a lovely outlook over the harbour and the islands. You get the fresh air as opposed to the sort of city air fumes. This is the modern India. These flats are obviously very, very expensive and they're shoving them up like nobody's business. See them over there, some incomplete. This view right across the harbour and away from all the city heat and fumes. And they come with all sorts of things, pools, gymnasia, you name it, the usual thing you get in these big complexes. But it just shows how much money there is in the place. Mind you, 10% own all the money and 90% of next to nothing. Abjectly poor. And until India solves that problem, the caste system's going to hold it back. And compared with people like China, Vietnam, Indonesia, this caste system's an absolute bind out here. They need a meritocracy, and they haven't got one. If you're lower caste, it doesn't matter what your qualifications are. You will never be promoted above somebody of a higher caste, even if they're as thick as a brick. There's a little machine that brought us around. We thoroughly enjoyed it. It's got a chewed up propeller there. But nevertheless it had the engine started no bother, it had a spare engine. It just runs some. That's the petrol tank. He just siphons the moving petrol up into the pipe. So we are now in a tuk-tuk.
One of them Russian traffic videos.
They're always the same, these, mate. Really nervous wreck.
Hand signals, you'll notice. You'll notice you stick your hand out to turn right.